Well, Steve, after 18 rounds of the VFL season, we're down to the final round now with two big games for both our senior and development sides to finish off on.
Yes, crucial games for both sides tomorrow. Must win from our perspective, and it's been a long year, but it certainly comes around quick enough the back end of the year, and we're looking forward to the finals starting next week.
And taking a look at the team selection at both levels, we welcome back some very handy players this week, don't we?
Yeah, so we've got guys like Ben Jolly, Sammy Donnell, Jason Pongrassic, and also Jake Greiser, who we just relieved them last week of their duties just to freshen them up for important finals campaigns. So they'll come back into the side, and really critical elements for what they bring to the footy club.
And a couple of handy inclusions I see with Peter Fawkes and Dave Fay named at development level. How's their status looking moving into finals next week?
So we're really excited with Dave Fay. He's come along quicker than what we expected in terms of his knee injury. So initially thought the first week of finals, but he's got back this week and he'll play some game time through the development. And Peter Fawkes, same thing, he's missed the last couple of weeks with his quad injury, so you bring him back through development, so then they're ready to go next week in terms of selection mix for the first week of finals.
There's still so much to play out with final ladder placings this weekend. What are some of the more possible scenarios for our home qualifying final match-up next week?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. As I say, it's really results driven over the weekend, so it'll be depending on obviously our result tomorrow, but also Box Hill and also Port Melbourne's results over the weekend. So for us, ideally win tomorrow, we'll likely hopefully play Casey next week. If we lose, either Box Hill or Port Melbourne. So some critical games over the weekend, not just ours, but in terms of the remainder of the competition, not only for the top four, but also the bottom four of the eight in terms of elimination finals next week also. So some big games in the VFL, and obviously with ours being on Channel 7, we're looking forward to that tomorrow as well.
Certainly plenty to keep an eye on there, and just as big, if not bigger, clash for our development team this week. I know you touched on it earlier, but it's do or die, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much that's the way for our development boys. It's either win and you play finals next week, or lose and having a few beers on Sunday night. So it's really critical for our boys. We really want the boys to play an extra week, in terms of next week, and then hopefully push throughout the final series. But to certainly give the senior team some really good competition for spots. And obviously boys will play development this week. There's still some guys in there pushing for senior selection come finals time. So really critical for them to have a win tomorrow morning.
Now, there's been a bit of change with their game times and locations. What can you tell our supporters about how they can get to both games on the weekend?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, a few changes just to do more so around the Whitten Oval availability tomorrow, and also Channel 7 late change to our broadcast game. So the development boys will kick off tomorrow at home at 10 a.m. against Coburg, and then everyone can move over to Whitten Oval at 2:10 for the game. And so both games are really critical for in terms of our finals campaign next week.
So with the development game being at 10 a.m. and the seniors at 2:10, that obviously provides plenty of time for supporters to get to both games.
Yeah, we're looking at free entry tomorrow for the development league as well, so more than ample time for all fans to get between both games, obviously only being 15 minutes apart in terms of transport. So opportunity for those that can't come in the afternoon. The game's going to be on Channel 7 at 2 o'clock start, and we look forward to having as many as we can along to both games.
Steve, thanks for joining us, and all the best for the two games tomorrow morning and afternoon.
Thanks, Sherry. Cheers, mate.